Welcome to my first YouTube video. In this video, I will be showing you how I make rag rugs. You will need scraps of material cut into strips. In this video, I am going to be making my rag rug for the bathroom out of old shirts. I hope you enjoy as you follow along. In making a rag rug, my favorite way is to braid. When you braid the scraps of fabric that you've cut, these are from shirts, sometimes you'll get like a little tag sticking out where you've joined them. Here. Don't worry, because that gets sewn into the wrong side. Now, I have done wrapping and I have done hand sewing. This is hand sewing. An example of wrapping is right here where my dog is laying. As you can see, that's wrapping with string. Here you see I have t-shirt material. I am making this rag rug out of old shirts, and it can be uneven and also have a lot of seams in it. So cut all the seams off. And now you'll see this is a sleeve. It is uneven. See that rounded part? We're going to cut that off because we do want the strips to be as straight across as possible. A little curve or a jagged edge to the strips is not going to matter because it gets tucked under as you braid. So I'll cut a strip from this sleeve and I'll show you how you actually attach them to make longer strips because these are rather short strips once you cut them. Now, we'll cut another strip. There is a much faster process if you use sheets or some sort of cotton fabric like sheet material. You just cut the end and you pull it and you rip it and you get nice straight strips really fast from the tearing method. This being a t-shirt, I did cut it, and now I'm going to put slits at the ends and we put it inside each other to make one longer strip. So I do it as I cut the strips so they're ready for when I need to insert another piece of material while I'm braiding. And this is how I do it, like this. And you'll see later on in the video when I'm braiding how I add on. But this is basically how you make a longer piece, just by pulling it through. Now you're going to say, oh, that looks all uneven and there's jagged edges. Those will get tucked under. Don't worry. You won't even see them when you're done. Here I want to talk to you about what kind of thread to use. The best thread to use is upholstery thread. However, in making this rug, I had run out of upholstery thread, and I have plenty of sewing thread. You would like to have it nice and strong, especially if you're using the wrap method. You want to use a cord or a string. Now, in the sewing method, I'm going to take my regular thread and double it over in such a fashion that when it's through the needle, I'm actually sewing the fabric together with 4 strands of regular thread. This makes the thread very strong. Of course, 4 strands together, a lot stronger than 1 or 2. When sewing it, make sure you do your stitches close together. Again, that adds to the strength of the carpet. You don't want any gaps. Let me show you how I braid those strips together that we cut. Just like a simple braid, that's it. There are times that I braid and sew and braid like I'm doing now. There are times that I make this long rope-like twine out of my braiding, I roll it into a ball, and then I make rugs from that. And those balls can get pretty big and pretty heavy. Or braid as I go along. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm braiding as I go along. Now you notice I'm running out of the red? Well, it's going to be time to join. And there's lots of videos out there showing you how to join when you make a rag rug. Make the holes at the end, and you just pull it through. Now, I've watched all those videos. I've been doing this for 20 years without even watching those videos, but you pick up hints along the way from other people. And you braid. See? And you just continue like this. When the braid is long enough, I then flip this over, and that's when I do the sewing. I run out, I start braiding again. I'd like you to see what sewing the braids together is like when making a braided rug, as opposed to the wrapping method. This method is going to be the sewing method. Okay, and this is the finished product. I really enjoy making these. I hope you give it a try. I think you might enjoy it also. I have another one started. Got 2 bathrooms, one for each bathroom. Give it a try. I think you might like it. Enjoy. Here's a rag rug that I have made that needs to be cleaned. I have it outside in my backyard on some concrete. It's kind of big, so I don't put it in the washing machine. I have cleaned my rag rugs with this Resolve. Right now that bottle is empty, so I am using my bucket. I have laundry soap in there, a tiny bit of bleach. And now if I had Resolve, I would just be squeezing this trigger and it comes up real nice. But also laundry soap and a little bit of bleach works also. And then I let the sun dry it and it comes out really nice. I don't know if you could tell the difference, but now I've finished washing it and I'm rinsing it off with my hose. I think it looks brilliant. And I'll let it dry here a little while. Now it's drying in place. Oh, there she goes. She really enjoys the carpet. And this particular carpet, I didn't do sewing, I did the wrapping. That will be shown to you in another video.